All right. Yeah, I've been up. I haven't slept. Oh, yeah, haircut after this. Yeah. I've been up since. I've been up. I've been up watching. Got sells, then I got buys. Go look at my charts in the Discord. Go look at sell to buy. There's a chart. Go look at the market. I go get a haircut after this. I just went to the pool. Streaming now. What's good morning? Who was here last night? I hope you guys paid attention to everything I said. Like everything. I mean everything. I did a public stream yesterday. Went live last night. Was anybody on last night? We were live 10 hours ago. I broke down the charts for you guys 10 hours ago. Broke it down for you guys 10 hours ago. Broke down multiple scenarios for you guys 10 hours ago. I've been up since. I haven't slept yet. Nocturnal. Becoming nocturnal. It was the leg workout. Personal record. And squats. Who was here last night? I'm looking at the chat. We're about to get started here. I'm going to turn the screen on. Anyone here 10 hours ago? Come on. Who was here? Come on. Come on. We were live 10 hours ago. Hope you guys were paying attention.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want?
An ad on my own YouTube video. We broke it down. We were talking about some updates in the beginning. A little bit of training, but took my time last night before I went over. I knew what I was going to go over last night. I took my time a bit. I broke it down for you guys last night, 10 hours ago. Talked some game last night as well. I even gave another scenario. I said like you could look for the sells. I everything I said if the dollar has weakness, like there's a lot of things I said even. I said if the dollar has weakness, you'll see gold go up more. Gold ended up coming down last night. I even dropped a chart for you guys last night. Anyone in my inner circle has all the charts. Look at this. Check it out. I hope you guys are paying attention. Talked about this last night. Again, said watch the 4 hour. You might get rejection here down to 33.50. Right? I said, hey, I said you don't have to look for sells. I said if price rejects and you're looking for buys, wait for it to come down to here. If you were watching the chart, you would have seen it got down there extremely quick. The market had a very, very fast drop last night down. And it started creating a big wick. I talked about this literally 9-10 hours ago, guys. Talked about the different things. I went over some training, answered a bunch of questions. Well, the questions that I saw in the chat. I even said, if the market holds up, you could break above 75. There's multiple scenarios I gave out on this setup. The sells Sells were there. I was saying like gold's in a place. I'm watching this 4-hour candle closely. We may see a short-term pullback or deeper retracement from this supply zone. Next area of interest for downside is 33.50. 33.50. Again, look at the next zone. I was saying if price rejects this upper zone, we may see a short-term drop, but that could set up for the next bullish leg. I'll be watching 33.50, 33.45 zone for signs of support. If demand steps in, we could see clean continuation back toward 33.80. Again, this was last night. Posted this stuff, tagged you guys after I went live. I even said these are high levels to be buying, not the best spot for fresh entries. A better play would be waiting for a pullback or a retracement. But if 33.75 breaks and holds, it could flip into support and open room for continuation. So I was also saying last night, if it doesn't retrace and it just stays up here, you might get one of these situations. Last night, the sells happened. This is when I started to exit this. I took this screenshot and then exited like immediately after. And then it dropped more a bit. Kept like these small, see these 005s, kept them for a bit. This was the trade. I even have a screenshot of it when I entered. I took a screenshot exactly when I entered too. Good setup. Called this out last night. The buys were there too. The sells were there. The buys were there. You could have got the sells. You could have got the buys. One or the other. You could have got both. Called this out. I talked about this all last night. Late night. This was beforehand. You can see I had multiple entries there. This one I was like, you know what? This looks like it's gonna reject. I thought it was gonna go down. And when that next candle opened, if you're watching it closely, you would have seen some signs. There was a London BOS. So I'm gonna do a trade breakdown on this for my inner circle after this. But there's some more stuff you can look at for timing of entry. There was a London break of structure if you were really looking at like the 5-minute and the 1-minute. If you're looking at smaller time frames and you're good at spotting those types of patterns. Right here, there was break of structure there. So if you were on the chart, like watching in the moment, you might have been able to catch that sign and been like, oh, yo, this might be the time. Like right here, London break of structure. If you flip the chart, you can literally see. But it's how fast that happened too. It came right into the zone. Like I was watching it, so like I went over what I went over last night, and I watched the price the whole time. So I paid attention. I hope you like if you were on last night, there was stuff to pay attention to. I paid attention to it all. So I really like if you paid attention to everything I said last night, like you would have seen what happened. Like look at the chart I drew up, even for the buys, simple. Nah, yeah, I know you guys want me to trades every day or month. Like, there's good setups you can wait for. It's Thursday. We've had 2 good setups, 3 good setups this week, technically. You don't need a lot of trades to have good setups, right? You guys are always messaging me, what's gold doing right now? What's the trade? And sometimes it's just okay. Well, one setup at a time, one movement at a time, 4-hour time frame. Pick your time frame, stick to it, and that's it. Like you don't always got to be looking at every micro reaction at every little level, every little $5 level, every $10 level. You can framework your trading based on a 4-hour and say, okay, what's the 4-hour doing? Let me stick to that. If there's nothing there, there's nothing there. When there is, let's see what it does, right? Like there doesn't always have to be a trade every day, but we go on the charts Monday night. We were on the charts Monday night, Tuesday, last night. And you find some setups when you just stay patient, right? And you spot things. You don't always have to rush the setups, rush the market. Let the market do its thing. Don't chase price, and opportunities will be there. And you're either going to be ready for them or not. Paying attention. I mean, not much more you can break down on there, guys. Like, I'm going to do some videos, some trade breakdowns. Like, look at the move down, simple zone, quarters. We came down there really quickly. If you're watching gold, in London, you would have seen it come down really quickly, right? Started to reject that zone really quick. Came down like immediately. So you see here, 4 hour. That runs down, wick, starts rejecting. You can see the wick just gets bigger and bigger if you were watching it in the moment. And then this thing flies up. The buys are there, the sells are there. You can see 33.75 right there. Entries here. Made the move, got out. I caught some buys, but not that, like, they were really small after it started rejecting. Not at the zone. Small buys, made like an extra couple $100. Not as big as this trade. As it started to react, because it reacted quick. It was quick reaction when it came down. It started reacting quick in that zone. 33.50, 33.75. Like, if you're looking at your buys, where could you have taken buys this week? Mark out your levels, study price. You had some opportunities this week. I talked about a few things this week. Not everything, but I gave you guys some insights on some moves that could happen. Like, and if you mark your prices, like 3,300, 33.25, 33.50, 33.75, where do you see your trades? Mark some levels, look for where you see good entries, good trades. I was just looking at the 4 hour, really. Where are you getting good moves from this week? Like 3,300, started some buys, 33.25. Could have caught some sells at 33.50. You could have caught that sell at 33.75. You could have caught a buy here at 33.50 again. Now we're trying to push up to 3,400. It looks like market's high. It's in a supply zone. Came up to that. I even labeled that zone. I talked about that supply zone last night and said the market could try to reach up into there as well. If it goes up, that's where it could be trying to reach for. Like, when I say everything I said last night, even dollar weakness, I was saying if dollar continues weak, like I was saying last night when we got on, dollar is weak. If it continues that weakness, then you'll see gold coming more bullish. Silver, look at silver's chart. It's trending up. If you look at silver, 13-year high, I think, on silver. Above $35 an ounce. $36 now. Above $36 a bit. 36 and some change. Market tried to pull back to 35. You could see it came to the 35s. This is still looking like it's uptrending. Needs to get out of this, and then it's like maybe some clear way. If it takes out this high, or if it comes down, takes out that high. This chart looks bullish. Silver's more so. It's trending up. Yeah, gold, like, For buys, like here, like it might hold this, like break and read. Like it might hold some like it's New York, so the momentum's bullish. I could try to just like stick with the momentum. There's no setup on the 4 hour right now. Last 4 hour candle's extremely bullish. At the moment, like you're at a high right now. Like buying here, you'd be looking at this 15 minute if this sticks. If you're looking for another buy, like you'd have to see if this zone holds on the 15 and the 5. See what I'm drawing? As this is going up, if it's gonna keep, it looks bullish overall, like the momentum is bullish. There's been opportunities, like it's gone up a lot, so the week started here. You've had buys all week, so you don't want to tilt. If you've been buying this, you don't want to this to end up changing to sells end of the week. So it's better to wait for setups on the 4 hour. Like there's been a few this week. We just had the last one, guys. So like we can't just always like literally 10 hours ago. Like, well, now it's okay, what's next? It's not always that. It's sometimes okay, let's wait for what's next. It's not always like trying to forecast, and if there's a setup, there's a setup, right? It's more like when there's scenarios and setups are there, and we can forecast them, we can analyze them. After the market's made the move, it's like, okay, as long as it took to find the setup, we got to refrain, maybe have some time out of the market, let the setup, appreciate the setup, keep the setup, right? You don't jump on the charts and, have longevity and preserve your capital in the market by jumping from setup to setup instantly. It just puts you with more exposure in the market, more time in the market. When you find, like, for instance, something like this, down to up, and now the market has moved beyond, the setup, the forecast we had. That's like, job's done. It's not, okay, where's the next trade, right? It's not like that. So I know you guys are looking for the next trade, but we were literally here, guys, 9 hours ago, 10 hours ago. You guys can go watch the stream. Drop the charts for you in the chat. Job's done for the day. If there's a setup, I'll call it out or post it in Discord, or I'll mark it up. But for now, we might just be chilling on gold. Chilling on gold. Hopefully you guys paid attention. Hopefully you guys took notes. Hopefully you guys got some moves. Because it's Thursday. Market's gone up all week. It'd be better to wait for the next setup. Maybe tonight we find another one. If you're scalping, I'm not going to be scalping live on this session. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, we'll see. Like the only thing I could maybe see is these highs holding here. But if you're just going to sit on your hands, might be better to do since the market's pushed up all morning. Maybe wait for like a scenario like last night. Like last night, look where the market was last night. And I was saying it's not in a place to really buy. It's already moved up. Like look where the market was last night. So kind of like what I was saying last night, like the market just made, if you look at where we were last night, the market made a $50 move to get there. So now look at price. Price just moved literally like over $50 here. So you could try to chase it and go with the momentum. That would be like momentum trading, more impulse trading, I would say. Pretty aggressive up here. You have to use proper risk, right? Market's already traded up high. It'd be like the last maybe point to go with like the momentum that has been carrying on. If the trend's going to remain, you'd be trying to go with the trend. It is high up, so if you would prefer to wait for like a deeper retracement, you could to maybe even 33.75, like back to 33.75. The 15-minute might hold here, like the 15-minute, 30-minute, not so much the 30-minute, but the 15-minute, you can see somewhat on the 30-minute, has like a break and retest here. See the 30-minute time frame? So you're looking at this, it's been going up with momentum. If that's gonna stick to through the day, these are types of setups you can look for in the trend on 15-minute, 5-minute charts. That might stick, like if the market reacts and rejects here, pretty much like a break and retest if you have it. If you go to a line chart, you might be able to kind of see what I'm saying. So you might like get a bounce here. You might be able to push up if it's gonna go to 3,400 or in 3,400s. If it doesn't hold here, like if this isn't like a break and retest, market broke above, pulling back. If it doesn't reject here, expect like kind of like last night, like a deeper retracement down, pullbacks, maybe before continuations up. I always go live, like last night, in Inner Circle, I always go live at that time. It might seem like a random time, but go look at the last 2 nights or a couple nights. It seemed like a random time. The last couple nights I was live at nighttime. Gave a good analysis, good insights, good market sentiment, just like last night. So like, the only thing I see here is like maybe a break and retest. That's about it. Otherwise, expect, like you could even see, like look what happened at 33.75 on this 15-minute chart. One of the things I mentioned too, like, was this 33.75. I even said if the market holds up, or 33.75, because there was supply there. If it flips it, could turn into a support. Literally, after it came down, broke up above, touched 33.75, pushes up, pulls back, pushes up. So this would be maybe like the last point where it could react, I think. If not, probably back to 33.75 then. Like I said, if I see any good setups, guys, you guys will be first to know in my Inner Circle Discord. I'll let you know if I see any good charts I like, anything that I like, anything I'm looking at. I'll drop it in the Discord like as per usual. So just stay patient. That's part of trading, right? I'm teaching you guys patience as well. Like, you guys are always asking me for a trade every couple hours of the day, every session. New York, London, Tokyo. You guys are asking me for trades, right? Trying to teach you guys also patience here. Showing you this is a long game, right? You don't need to jump on the charts. Well, where's the trade? Where it's like sometimes it's looking back and saying, oh, maybe I missed some trades, right? Pay attention more, right? Because my job is to teach you guys, right? Teach you guys how to do this stuff. Teach you guys how to read the markets for yourself. Teach you how to read setups. Define your own trading style. Not me trade for you guys, right? So whenever I see something I like, right? I'll let you guys know. You guys don't gotta ask me. If I see something I like, I'll drop it in the chat for you guys. So don't worry. I always do when I see something I like, something that's, a good setup. I did that last night. Like literally, what time was that? After we got off, 11:30, like right after I got off. Dropped the charts, everything we talked about. You can see at like 4 in the morning, I'm posting. Tried to go to bed, couldn't. So like only thing right now, like I said, I'm going to say it again. I've said it a couple times already. If you're looking at maybe a setup or you're watching something is like this, that's all I see for now on this 15-minute chart. If gold's going to keep pushing up, it could potentially hold this zone on the 15. If not, we got to look like at the 4-hour and realize, okay, if that doesn't hold, because that's on a 15-minute, again, the 4-hour could retrace back to 33.75, and you may be able to watch price at 33.75 if it drops down there. Maybe a bit. Like, we'll watch price. It's up high. Like, it's London fully bullish, New York maybe bearish. ETH looks good. We can talk about Ethereum. Ethereum broke out that like 2,700. ETH looks interesting. Ethereum daily chart, look at broken above here. You can watch this. You can watch. Keep an eye on this. This might be setting up for another leg up. Like, it's 2,700's holding right now, but it could go to 2,600, 2,700, 2,600 area. It was almost at 2,700 this morning. 4-hour flipping right now. ETH looks interesting on the daily. 2,500, 2,600, 2,700 here. Maybe it holds 2,700, 26. Like, it almost hit 2,700 today. You can see there was a resistance there at 2,700. Could 3,000 might have like maybe like a magnet, a pull to it. Hit this candle. See this candle here. Yeah, for all of May, like most of May, there was resistance at 2,700. We just broke above it, pulling back. Could be an area to watch if it holds. Like, these prices came from 2,500, 2,400 down here. Maybe that holds. Like, that looks like a decent chart on the daily. It's either maybe trying to hold 2,700 in the short term or 2,700, 2,600 area. Ooh. That's what ETH looks like. Currency pairs, super bull. Like, everything's going up. Dollar's going down. Like, everything USD is going down. Dollar super bearish. Gold keeping bullish momentum. You can see that 15-minute thing I was talking about. So when you're in a trend, so I'll teach you guys something. Take note of this, because again, I'm saying this for a reason. Take notes. If you're in a market like a day like today that has momentum and you're trying to trade with that momentum, you got to get good at reading the 15-minute and the 5-minute chart, reading structure, stuff like this. That's when you can use whole numbers, is when you have, I like to call it a day that's just going with the momentum, like going with the momentum of the day. Like, price is bullish, price is bullish. A lot of days gold can just keep doing that. You're either gonna have to learn how to sit days like those out if you're not good you have to recognize yourself. Might not be the environment for you inside of going with the momentum, going on smaller time frames, right? Going with the flow of the daily candle, going maybe with the flow of, again, the momentum, where the market's been going. Take notes of what I'm saying, because as you maybe spend time on the charts with gold, you'll understand what I'm talking about more when there's days like today that just go up, go up, go up, go up, and you're trying to find a way to tag along with that. You have to get good at reading price, knowing the whole numbers, structure, simple things like this, break and retest. But in an environment like this is where, every $10 can come in handy, or the $5 levels can come in handy in an environment like this. And there's going to be days that you may have to look at the market and say, okay, I have to sit this one out today for me. Maybe for you, right? I'm giving you guys some notes to take, right? I caught some trades today. I'm chilling. I'm not worried about what the market does. I know I can see a lot of you guys are in the chat, right? So I showed you 15-minute, showing you an example, 15-minute chart. This is where you can also look at whole numbers. You can see it hit 85. You have to get good at doing that. And when I trade like on my own scalping, it's a way I trade, right? When I'm trading on my own, when I'm not live streaming, when I'm not educating, when I'm just on my own, quiet in my own world, in my mind, me. That's how I'm focusing. That's things that I'm focusing on in the market, okay? Things like this, you could be in environments that may have momentum, continuous momentum for the day. That might not be the environment for you. You might not be good at reading 5-minute charts, 15-minute charts. It might be too fast-paced. It might be sporadic, right? So there's recognizing your styles, right? Most of the a lot of the setups I give you guys come off the 4-hour, right? We talk about a lot of 4-hour setups. Those come through the week. You can see this 15-minute. So remember I was talking about that line chart kind of. In times like this, in conditions like this, you're going to have to go on smaller time frames to spot maybe something that could have a reaction, could have... At times like this, if the market has continuous momentum on a day like this, where it's just gone up all day, it's like, okay, this might be that last... I could look for one setup to maybe go with that momentum and see if it's sticking for the day, because a lot of times it will. And you may see stuff like this inside of that, like where there's a break and retest or a smaller price action that could give you a reaction or a continuation move. You saw there was like a slight reaction there on that 15-minute candle before it just pulled back here, right, off of these highs. So little things like this, like in an environment like this, it's either... it depends on your week too, like how, if you've made money, if you're up, if you have the money, if you're going light risk. At times you may have to just look at the market and be like, oh, did I catch trades? Did I miss some setups? Because the buys... I hate to say it, but I told you guys to watch this last night. So hope you guys took notes last night, today, all week. You can see there's a slight reaction there. If this area doesn't hold on like the 15, then it'll go down and retrace. We'll probably if this 15-minute kind of doesn't hold here, then you'll go down to like 33.75. We'll probably look at gold again tonight and see where it's at, like on the 4-hour. After New York side, like after tonight, like once the market's done for the day closed and we get tomorrow's day open, we'll probably like analyze it again like we did last night. But this is how I like to look at things if I'm, say, scalping on a smaller time frame and the market has been going up or has like a daily trend. It could be that last little sign of like going with momentum. If you're bearish, you could be looking at the 4-hour and waiting for the 4-hour to close. Like if you're bearish, it's like Maybe waiting for a 4-hour bearish close because the 4 hour is consolidating right now. You see that? This 4 hour is consolidating at the moment because it has a wick on the top and a wick at the bottom. Small body, so that indicates consolidation there. This 4 hour maybe looking like it could close bearish. It's kind of fighting between the bulls and the bears. This one's showing. You could wait for the 4 hour. Like if you're bearish, you don't have to try to pick off the top. Like you could wait for, right now you have like potential rejection on the 4 hour, but no 4 hour confirmation. You'd want to wait maybe for the candlestick to look bearish, start to turn bearish, show rejection a couple times, like flipping bearish, kind of like this one, but solidify itself even bearish. That would be like, okay, if you get like a 4 hour bearish close up here, start of the retracement down if you're looking for sells down. I'm not personally looking for sells. Last night I was here. Not really looking for much, just showing you guys here. Like I said, gonna probably reevaluate gold tonight and where it's at. Like only thing I see on 15 is maybe like I said here, maybe some reactions here. Otherwise, it's watch that 4 hour, guys. Like if you're looking for trades, like I'm not gonna call a trade like last night. We got our setups today. Job was done. If you're waiting for setups, come back tonight. Come back tonight. Maybe we can spot something tonight like we did last night. 33.75. Maybe we get a pullback to there. Right? 33.75. Like it's already it almost tried there a bit ago. I'd say like 33.75 is a 4 hour. It pretty much tapped 3,400 here. It's just kind of consolidating now above this high here from what I see. 33.75 there. Came from 33.50. So like retracement, even if it retraces and it tried already, like you could see there, like it did try, you know, that 33.75 area. Came down to 79. You can see it, this wick like tried, almost got there. That blue candle, on that blue candle, there was a retest of 33.75 right there. So from a 4 hour perspective, which is like my favorite time frame that's my favorite time frame to trade is the 4 hour. Right? That would be my favorite time. If you ask me what my favorite time frame is, if you would only give me one time frame to trade that I could only view, I would choose the 4 hour personally. So maybe like 33.75 comes back to, you get some reactions there. Like that would be the better thing to wait for. That would be like if you're looking for any like trades today, scalping reactions, that would be a better trade to look for. Otherwise, come back on tonight and we'll see where the market's at tonight, because not looking at a whole lot today. We already did, guys. We already, bruh. Like I called the sell to buy. Like, bruh. I literally called the sell to buy. I gave you guys the keys, man. I gave you guys the keys. It's time to eat. So yeah, 33.75. If that 15-minute, and it looks like that 15-minute might not hold. From the looks of it, like I had a little bit of rejection there. Sort of still in that area, you can see here, like this high and this high. The low here. Plug my charger. Yeah, this 15 minute might not hold. So if that doesn't, then 4 hour looks like it could come down this area. So then it'd be like 4 hour probably coming down to 75, where we have pretty much last resistance that we broke above. Here, over here to the left, you can see. So it might come down there from the looks of it. That could be an area to watch, maybe for some scalping reactions, monitor price. 15 minute for now is just kind of in this area here, these highs. Still there on the 15, see? If that 15 doesn't hold, expect it to probably come down to that last resistance point around 33.75. I mean, you can always enter a trade based on the 4 hour, and you can get into a trade. Let's say you're analyzing the 4 hour and you take a trade and it goes into profit. Like, pay attention to your trades, that your analysis that you're doing on a 4 hour. For instance, this trade, it went $460 in profit and then came back to entry, and then it went $600 in profit and then came back to entry, and then it went like $369 in profit and came back to entry. It went in profit like 3 or 4 different times, for instance. So when you're looking even at 4 hour setups, it went in profit multiple times and gave the same entry multiple times still. So when you're looking at even like 4 hour setups, you can scalp into them as well. Like you could be frameworking a setup off of the 4 hour chart, and you could enter it and it could maybe quickly give you a slight reaction where you're in profit. You collect that profit real quick and then you use it as risk and still see if the market gives you that entry, that setup still in the 4 hour. Like this trade, for example, did it a couple times. From when I entered, it went immediately into profit, and then it came back, and then it went in profit, it came back, and then it went in profit, came back, and then, so like obviously like doing that, you might fear that the price just keeps going. But if you're trading off of the 4 hour and you're basing your setups off the 4 hour, you might recognize a lot of trades that you enter based off of 4 hour analysis, 4 hour setups. You might take them, they go into profit, come back to your entry, and it's like a point where you could have collected and re-entered again. If you can do that, if you can get good at doing that too, where you enter a setup, it goes into profit, you collect profit really quickly. Now you have risk margin to use basically on the same setup, especially if you're basing them off the 4 hour. If you're basing your setup off the 4 hour, it's most likely the moment you see the setup, it's not going to just go instantly. Like this is a 1 hour candles here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. Right, so it's not likely that when you're entering a setup based off the 4 hour that it's going to instantly move or go your full direction. That the 4 hour is going to likely give you an entry again at that area that you entered around, or at that price again. So maybe try to pay attention to that. That is the idea of scalping into your swings, where you don't have to be a scalper. You could be just a 4 hour trader, but you could take trades based off the 4 hour. They go quickly into profit. You close, and you still try to recollect that same entry that you're seeing on the 4 hour. You still try to get that, because most likely like that 4 hour candle is going to fluctuate. A 4 hour candle is going to go down. It's going to go up. You fluctuate around, right? So that's maybe one thing to consider. This trade, I remember I was watching it, went like $469 in profit, then like $389, then like $600 in profit, then like another 2 something. Like I remember the different times seeing it when it was in profit, and then it pulling back to my entry, going a bit above my entry. You could see it would have went like not a lot of draw, like here, this green candle. So it's like, I could have got the same entry, could have. It can be like reducing the risk, because it's like if I held this trade for 5 hours, in the first 30 minutes it went in profit. Could have re-entered. I could have took that $400 and been like, all right, now this $400 is risk, right? So another thing to take note of, maybe something to consider, as you progress. Like, you're not gonna you're not gonna figure that out right away. Like, I'm not telling you guys that because like someone told me to do that. I figured that out myself from evaluating my trades over time, from being in experiences and progress in situations, right? From being in trades, right? So it's not something that, I mean, you might recognize right away. I mean, it's going to take taking trades as well, taking setups. So especially like 4 hour setups, that can happen. Maybe it holds, it's still, gold still in that kind of 15-minute area. There's a lot of like Israel news circulating, I think I saw last night, 4 hours ago. New York Times. Israel appears ready to attack Iran. Officials in U.S. and Europe say thousands head to Egypt and bid to break Israel-Gaza blockade. Israel strikes, kills at least 42 across Gaza. Israel gunfire strikes, kills 120. Israel is poised to launch operations on Iran. CIA analyst who leaked Israel's strike plan sentenced to 3 years. Huh? What? On the what's that? The BBC broadcast thingy. What is that? London or UK? Is that where that goes from? What is this? Oh, this is 13 hours. Look at all this news. New York Times. Israel appears to be ready to attack Iran. Officials in USA. It's 4 hours ago, yeah. It's not clear how much effort Mr. Trump made to block this time. Shit hit the fan. Shit's hitting the fan. Here we go. Season 3 of freaking 2025, 2021. Israel attack could drive Iran to seek nuclear weapons. Nuclear. Oh, that's a word you don't want to hear. You don't like that. You don't like that. That's the N word. You got the R word, the N word. Uncertainty, fear. You know, some words we could throw in there. More uncertainty, more of like there's still Ukraine, Russia going on, right? Tariffs are happening. Who knows how tariffs are gonna end and go? But tariff deals. Tariffs still happening. I mean, I know China and U.S. made a deal. Yeah, this is maybe what to look at right now. Look into what's going on here. What's influencing gold's price. Definitely gonna give it more demand. So if you see any major sell-offs on gold, like, don't panic. Like, you know, tone it out. It could be buy the dip situations with this type of stuff going on. When you might see a news like this, and you might see gold drop, and it could be like reverse engineer thinking, like, because when news like this circulates, sometimes the market will drop because people want to buy. So people quickly sell off so they can buy lower. So sometimes it's times just have, I've seen this with headlines like this, especially in headlines like this at times. I've seen a good fair share of times to say what I'm telling you guys. Where like headlines like this will happen and the market sells off, but that sell off turns into a buy the dip situation. More demand could be more could fuel to more demand, right? So uncertainty, like, yeah. Maybe some uncertainty there. That's where the world's at right now. You're like, maybe buys. 15-minute might reject here. if it holds. If not, we'll look at tonight's price action and see where it is for the end of the week. If we get like a sell-off, if it's like Friday sells, might not look for Friday sells. Like we might just chill and try to tone out like what next week's moves are going to be, because this is probably going to carry on into next week, right? I mean, this is Thursday. We only got till tomorrow for market. This is probably going to carry on to next week, so we could even try to gauge and see how we approach next week. I'm thinking if it's Friday reversals, end of the week reversals, Friday reversals, Friday sell off, it could be buys into next week. Like last week, like coming into this week, you had Friday sell off, but buys all week. Like go look at last Friday. Last Friday completely sold off, but that was literally a buy the dip for this week. And if you bought early this week, boom, all week. Like last week, Friday sold off. Going into this week, it was like a buy the dip situation. So if we get like a Friday reversal, Friday sell off this week, because this type of news is circulating, it could maybe try to be a buy the dip situation. Or if the market like is dropping going into next week, like let's say we're selling off and we're dropping going into next week, New York Times 22 minutes ago. What's this? Oh, this is Donald Trump. Whoa. This guy's gonna start a war. Holy. I mean, there's been wars. It's a world war. There's wars going on already. Israel, Iran, Trump issues nuclear weapon warning. Wait. Yeah, look into the headlines today, guys. Maybe this weekend, don't go out this weekend. Maybe just stay in and be prepared for next week. Brace yourself for next week, maybe, because there'll probably be news on the weekend too when the markets close. Like now they're talking nuclear. All these headlines are saying nuclear. Damn, crazy. Yeah, here we are. This is the trading environment you gotta learn to adapt to. 2025, like if you started trading in 2020, 2021, 2022, or if you started trading like 3 years ago, you gotta adapt to this type of market. This market definitely. Things to adapt to: patience. Like patience will help you adapt. Maybe not trying to overtrade. Making a plan. Like if you don't have to trade every day to be profitable. If you have, let's say you have 3 profitable days in a row, call it a week, or even 2. Let's say you have two profitable days in the week. Maybe you're going to the charts Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and out of those 4 or 5 days you go on the chart, you have 2 profitable days. Maybe they're 2 in a row. Maybe Monday you don't find any trades, but Tuesday, Wednesday you're profitable. That could be a level of patience that helps you adapt in this market and stay on top of things and understand more and learn how to curve around it, learn how to gain an edge over it. Maybe not position yourself as much in the market, chasing price as much, right? I showed you an example this week, guys, right? I had a busy week. I had a fun beginning of the week. But I showed you guys this week, not a lot of setups. Like, just patience. Let the setups come to you. You can still find stuff, right? You don't need high activity to make money, right? 4-hour charts, like the stuff I teach you guys, especially those of you guys in my inner circle. Dropped a good amount of videos in the inner circle for you guys and the advanced section, right? Dropped a masterclass section there. I'm gonna do a trade breakdown today. Crypto course coming on the way. There's videos being uploaded for the full crypto course, phase 1. So all you guys in my inner circle have a lot of information as well, like on things I talk about on the 4-hour, like 4-hour perspective. If you're trading off the 4-hour, again, like, yeah, I think as long as it takes these candles to make a move, you're gonna have to spend sometimes out of the market. Sometimes it's gonna take days for you to find a good setup or for a good setup to form. All right. It might take hours or even days for a good setup to form, right? Did we know, like, think about it. Did we know this was going to set up? Were we thinking about this on Monday? No, we weren't. We were looking at it yesterday, but it took days for this to form, right? So it's patience. It's just letting the market do its thing. If something is clear is there, you'll be able to recognize it once you have some skin in the game, some experience. But think about, like, this was last night. As much candles that went by to find this setup, it took that many candles, right, for this setup to be there. It might take just as much, or not, maybe not as much, but a good amount for the next setup to form, right? So that's what you got to think about in your trading. It's good. You know, when you have a good trade, get busy. Go get busy. Go do something, right? Don't look at the charts. Don't look for the next trade. Come back the next day. Come back a different time and reevaluate the charts later on and see if there's another setup. 4-hour mental game, right? Those of you guys in my inner circle have that video. I'm going to upload a few more. Gold trading mindset, weekly mental game. That's some more talking to that. 4-hour mental game, right? The weekly mental game. The truth about day trading. And I have a video on my YouTube. Like, most traders think day trading's every day. Like, to be a day trader, you have to trade every single day. No, maybe you have to show up every day, right? I talk about it in this video, the biggest lie in trading, what most gurus don't want you to know or won't tell you. I talk about day trading in there. So go look at last month, guys. There's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 YouTube videos posted in the last month. Go check them out if you haven't. I'm gonna wrap this session up for the day. I'll be on later. Like I told you guys, that 15-minute looks kind of sketch. Might hold. It's been, there was like a couple bounces off this area. You could see it's like a clear area, but it might go down on the 4-hour. So I don't know if any of you guys are trying to use that area. Some of you guys might see what I was seeing there. A couple bounces. It might, might come down on that 4-hour from the looks of it. So just beware of that. I'm gonna be back on tonight, guys. Later tonight. Let me check out the chat. I can't see the number. I don't know. I'm not sure what you guys are talking about in the chat right now. I don't see the number on the chart. I don't know what that means. I'll get some sleep. No, I gotta go get a haircut. Eat some food. I'm hungry. Friday, yeah, you never know. Friday could come in maybe with a sell. Do I lose trades? Yeah. Everyone loses trades. Everybody. Line chart looks pretty good, but again, like it's had a big move up. It's had a big move up for the day, so I wouldn't chase price this high. Kind of like last night. Like last night I was saying, it's not at a good place to buy because it's made a move up. It's already been a buy. So it's like maybe come down first before a buy. The only thing I would see holding for now is if this holds, it would have to hold on like the 1 minute and 5 minute. 4 hour chart's the easiest practice. Practice the candles. I'm going to be uploading more videos inside of my inner circle. That should help out. I don't know if you're inside my inner circle, but 4 hours is the easiest time frame to read. The candles are so concrete, right? They're 4 hour shifts. 4 hours is the easiest time frame to read. Easiest time frame to read. I don't know if you're in my inner circle. There's videos that are in there and more that I'm going to be uploading. I don't know what you mean by numbers on the chart. You were sleeping. Damn. Oh, that's what you mean by the numbers. So yeah, some of the numbers might be blocked out. Down here, those are just those are the quarters. 3,300. Yeah, some of those numbers might. I don't have my monitor on. I gotta fix this stupid fucking. We gotta fix this stupid banner. Stupid banner. Might hold here if it gives you one more push up. Like, I would see it as the last push up if the day's gonna continue bullish. I'll come back on tonight. There's been new videos added to my inner circle, guys. Check them out if you haven't seen them. If you haven't been through the basics already, intermediate, check those out. New videos were added to the advanced section. Well, you don't necessarily learn also from just reading charts and reading books and stuff. You learn from applying. So there's different types of ways of learning. Looks like 4 hours is going to come down, like I was saying. So 4 hour might come down to 75. So keep an eye on that. You don't just also learn from like reading stuff and watching. You learn. You can watch a video and stuff and be like, okay, I get that. But you learn from applying. Where you're really gonna learn is from applying, entering trades, entering them early, getting stopped out, making mistakes, having wins, having losses, is applying the knowledge. Applying any knowledge, right? Like if you know what support is, but you haven't practiced like taking trades at a support before, then you're not gonna learn as effectively as someone who might actually take a trade when the market's at a support level. Or doing this and that, right? So like applying is one thing, right? Reading the 4 hour though is the easiest thing. Like I have videos. I think the videos in the masterclass, if you're in my inner circle, should help out a lot. Advanced, like those videos should help out. I don't know if you're inside my inner circle, but I talk a lot about the 4 hour, like a lot. I mainly trade the 4 hour. I mainly trade the 4 hour. I trade setups. I trade setups, guys. So if I see a setup, I trade what I see. That's not. I don't want like. No, there's no like, cause like I trade what I see. So it's not. If I see something, I trade it. So it's not always like, do you do this when you see? No, and I don't do the first reaction, the third, the fourth, the fifth reaction. I trade what I see at the end of the day. And then I plan around that. And I keep a close eye on maybe what I see. If I see some rejections, I might see something different when I see, like if I trade what I see, means I'm trading the setup that I see. I'm trading what I see. All right. There could be something different to see in there, right? Like if you break this down to a 1 minute, you might have been able to see a wick-off schematic and a London BOS. If you break it down to a 1 hour, you might have been able to see an engulfing candle at one point. Like if you break it down to different time frames, you might have been able to spot something differently depending on your level of information and your experience. If you look at it real simply, maybe you just took a sell off of 75, 33.75, right? No, like it's not about if I see multiple rejections, if I see this. I trade what I see, and I've practiced taking the trades. I've practiced the setups. That's it. There's no always one step two formula of like taking a trade. It's trading what I see. And again, if you break this down, you might have been able to spot different things to get you in that movement, or maybe see there might be a sell happening here, right? I broke down everything last night on why the market might be at a sell here, right? I was talking about the 4-hour structure, how we're making higher highs, right? I was talking about 33.75. I was talking about how we're in a supply zone. I was talking about how all of this leads up to how I'm bullish on price, because I want price to retrace to go up, right? I want price to retrace. So I'm trading what I see at the end of the day. Like what I see on the chart, the structure I see, the patterns, the candles. I have 10 years plus on the chart. Some of you guys have 6 months. So you can't compare yourself to me at all. We're not on the same level of being able to read the charts. I can read the charts on the toilet. I can read the charts in my sleep, in my bed, right? It's different. We're on a different level of that. So you're going to need to practice. Repetition, right? I've been doing this for over 10 years. So I trade what I see. I'm good at seeing certain movements when I see a setup, and there's different ways I trade. I trade price action, I trade patterns, trade whole numbers. It's not just whole numbers, but the whole numbers give you a good framework. They give you a good grid, a good skeleton on the chart, good barriers, right? And when you understand how the market flows and you understand money in the market, how money is transacted in the market, you understand liquidity, that's going to all take time. It's not going to take reading a lesson, going over watching an ICT video, a smart money concept. No, it's going to take time on the charts. It's going to take hours, days, years, weeks on the fucking charts. All right? So remember that. It's not going to happen overnight. There's a lot of the stuff I teach you guys is simple stuff and effective to make money. That's why I don't even have to stream, and every single day people are tagging me in testimonials. If you're past the basics, like, you'll understand a lot of the things I teach. If you're past the basic level, again, that 15-minute didn't hold. Like I said, not calling out any trades today, just was showing you guys what I saw there in that moment. That might have been good for scalping. Let the market do its thing. Like I said, I know a lot of you guys are looking for buys. We caught buys. Well, we could have. A lot of you guys could have caught buys if you follow my chart markups. And we talked about this last night. Go watch last night's stream. Remember, if price moves $50, $60, $70, $80, you probably missed the buy. So let it retract, let it retrace if anything. I'll be on tonight, and we'll see where the market's at tonight. Maybe we find another setup like we did last night, or plan more towards Friday next week. 4-hour might be flipping. 33.75 might stay above that. But I'm going to wrap it up for the day, guys. I'm going to drop more videos in my Inner Circle Masterclass section today. I'm going to drop a few more videos in there today. Trade breakdown video as well. And more videos in the crypto course section. So stay tuned. If you guys haven't seen these videos yet, check them out. Check these videos out. These are all key topics. I want you guys to study these videos. I'm not going to add any more videos until you guys watch. I can see if you guys actually watched them. A lot of you guys haven't. Some of you guys haven't even watched all the basics. So, like, you got a lot to catch up. I'm not going to be dropping any more videos until you guys study all these topics, until you watch these topics, until you watch these videos, right? Some of you guys are like 12% complete. So on the basics, some of you guys are lacking. Maybe spend an hour a day, 1 hour a day. That's 7 hours a week. All right. I know a lot of you guys are watching the recordings of the live sessions, but the reason I say watch these topics, study these topics, is because in 3 months, 4 months, when I upload more videos, some of these are going to be changed up, right? So study these topics. You guys that are in there have access to these videos, right? Study these topics. Make sure you watch the videos when they're there. Don't take months to watch them. Don't take weeks to watch them. 1 hour a day. 30 minutes a day. Maybe every other day. 2 hours every other day. Right? If you do 1 hour a day, or you do 2 hours every other day. Right? Kind of thing. Because in a little bit, when there's more videos and I upload even more, it's might be overwhelming for you to catch up on the information, right? It's going to take you catching up on the information too, because I talk a lot about it on the live streams. So make sure you guys that are in there watch those videos. Every couple of months, I'm going to be adding videos on those on every topic. Like understand, like, all of these topics, there's just, it's the same topic, just repeated, beat it again over and over and over again. The same setup, just, okay, different chart, show different example. Like, it's all repetition. So all these topics are, and more topics that I have to still add and stuff, all the same topics, but we're just repeating them, more examples, different times of lessons. Like, we can do lessons now on topics, but we could do lessons 2 months ago on topics on this chart, this part of the chart, right? Get more insights, more graphs, more different parts of the chart, more scenarios, right? More experience in that case. Trust me. So make sure you go through the videos so you can see, because some of the videos are going to be recorded at different charts, different times, different examples, different experiences, scenarios, same concept, different charts, different scenarios, right? Different time in the market, right? It'll help you gain more insights. Check them out. If you guys haven't seen, though, literally in the last month, uploaded more videos in the last month than I think maybe the last year or so. Upload a lot of videos in the last month. Check them out if you haven't. There's a lot of good ones there. Take some notes. Take what you need. Discard the rest. You don't need everything. If there's a little thing that you know. Take something. Discard. What you don't need. You might not everything might be for you. Whatever makes sense. Take a little piece of it. You could go to popular videos. Some of the ones we just released are doing good. Like, literally 1 day ago, 1K views. This one right here is getting a lot of good feedback. This one here, 9 days ago, and 1 month ago. You can see these like 4 right here are getting quick views. People are liking these ones. Those 4. I think there's another one. And this one, gold scalping. Watch that one first, actually. And then watch, where is it? Yeah, watch that one first, then watch the other scalping ones. I'll watch this video. Is this one up? Check them out, but I'll be on tonight, guys. That's going to be it for me. Peace out. Peace.